Hey everyone, Stacks here. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I'm checking out Thor number 3 by Donny Cates. You got Nic Klein as your artist and Matt Wilson as your color artist, guys. So make sure, real quick, you go hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications, and we'll get ready to roll. So just to get everybody caught up, if you haven't went and checked out Thor number 2, Marvel's newest power couple is having a bit of a struggle. So not only is Thor now the King of Asgard, the All-Father, but he is also been bestowed with the power cosmic by Galactus. So he is insanely powerful now. And as the All-Father, he is not taking any crap from Galactus. He is saying, look, I'm here because I chose to be here. You made me more powerful, but even without this, I'm still the darn All-Father. And with all that being said, I'm not beholden to you. I'm not your slave. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this my way. Well, that came to a big crescendo last issue when they basically just started brawling each other after, well, while Thor is trying to save this planet and Galactus is trying to consume it, and in doing so ends up completely destroying this planet. So as these two that are supposed to be on a quest to save the entire universe were about to start ripping into each other, it just so happens that Beta Ray Bill shows up, opens fire on Galactus, and tells Thor to step aside. And that's where we start this issue, with Thor standing there. Mjolnir is still dripping with parts of Galactus from where he just shot that thing through his knee. And we get this story of how Thor, and basically how meaningless time can be when you're as old as he is, how he fought a war for 2 years. 2 years straight he battled these hordes, and to him, he's completely forgotten about it, because 2 years in the mind of someone as old as Thor is like a blink of the eye. It's nothing. But on the grand scheme of things, we're assured that the fight that he is about to have versus Beta Ray Bill is one that he will never forget. And Beta Ray Bill looks at him and says, "Thor, please, brother, do not make me go through you." And Thor just looks at him and says, "I'm sorry, Bill. Through is the only way." And we find out as soon as Beta Ray Bill begins to attack that he doesn't understand what's going on. He actually says that, "I know this is not you, brother, and I will have my vengeance on Galactus for corrupting your honor." And so you realize real quick that he doesn't think that Thor is doing this of his own free will. Something else that Beta Ray Bill doesn't understand is where Thor is at now as far as on the power level, because he comes at Thor and just gets backhanded, slapped away. And this slap doesn't just, knock Bill to the side. It shoots him like a meteor straight down to some of the remnants of this planet that was just shattered. And Thor comes down and he tells him, "Look, brother, stay down. You don't understand. Not only am I Thor, we've always fought on equal footing. Now we're not. I'm so far beyond you now. I'm not only Thor, but I'm also the King of Asgard, the All-Father, and I've been empowered by Galactus with the power cosmic." And he tells him, if you think this will be like one of our fights in the past, this will not be that. But Bill still fails to see that it's Thor that's doing this. It's Thor's choice. And so he tells him, "Look, I'm not leaving until you're freed of this madness." And so Thor basically holds the hammer up, just returns back to his normal form, his normal look, and says it once again that I'm still me, brother. I have chosen this path. I am slave to no one. Why can't you see? Well, Galactus has had about enough of this back talk, and he's like, "You think yourself above my control, little god? The power cosmic is mine and mine alone to wield." So he starts trying to blast Thor, and he's like, no, you didn't give it to me. You didn't give me the cosmic power. I took your power, and you will take nothing from me. And right when Thor says, "Look, I have agreed to help you, and I will honor my word, but be mindful of your tongue if you wish to," and Beta Ray Bill hears that, he's like, "Your word," and he just clocks Thor across the mouth. And Bill can't believe it. He's like, "How could you have chose to help this monster?" And he even goes as far as to ask, How can you still lift that hammer? And then Thor just wipes the blood from his mouth and says, well, let me show you. And just hammers hammers Bill right in the chest. Sends him flying right into this boulder. And as Thor goes to follow up, Bill dodges and slams Thor's face right into this rock. From there, the fight goes back and forth. Thor gets the upper hand, and he's really trying to explain to Thor, like, look, I'm trying to save the universe. The Black Winter is coming, but Bill just is like, you are the King of Asgard. You could have had the entire Asgardian army follow you into the battle. You could have come and got me, but you didn't. And Bill's like, you're a king now. Why didn't you use all these assets? He's like, I do this alone because I am a king. And he turns and he chucks Mjolnir as he yells, because I am still Thor. And Beta Ray Bill reaches up and just catches it right in front of his face. Well, it's at that point that Thor decides he's going to summon Mjolnir. And he tells him, Bill, let it go. There's nothing in this universe that can stop that hammer once I call it back to me. And Bill sits there and struggles with it, and Thor's like, I will take your arm with it if I have to. It will kill you. And Bill just buries in his foot and says, never. You do not deserve it. And then Thor's just had enough. He says, fine, I'll use another. He summons Stormbreaker, and it just throws Bill off. Bill sees Stormbreaker fly to Thor. Thor just takes it and just swings down and shatters it right on Mjolnir. Just breaks it to a million pieces. And it's at that point that, Beta Ray Bill is down. Thor's standing there. He's got Mjolnir in his hand over him. It says, will you relent? Will you yield? Please, brother. And Bill just looks at him and says, I'm not your brother. And you can tell Thor's hurt here. And he's about to do what he has to do, because he's trying to save the universe, and Beta Ray Bill is an obstacle to that right now. And it's at that point that, with Thor standing there with Mjolnir raised up, about to lower it on Bill, that suddenly the Bifrost appears between them, and just Lady Sif is standing there saying, if you wish to continue this insanity, then I am truly sorry, Thor. Through is the only way. So Lady Sif shows up, and alright, this makes absolutely no sense to me. Is she watching the same fight I am? Beta Ray Bill threw the first punch. Beta Ray Bill is the one who is attacking Thor. Thor is telling him, look, stand down, don't make me do this, yet this idiot keeps getting up. And I like Beta Ray Bill, but he is wrong here. Thor is doing the right thing. He's on a mission to go save all the universe, and Beta Ray Bill is stuck on revenge for his people. But she goes popping in. I get her and Thor have had a relationship. I get that. But he's still the King of Asgard now. You go poking your nose in some King of Asgard business, you're going to get it dented. If she was going to insert herself, it should have been to extract Beta Ray Bill, call him to Asgard, and tell him to take a seat and chill out. But I've got it on good source that that's not going to happen, because I have a couple page preview from Thor number 4. So if you don't want any spoilers, go ahead and drop off now. But if you do, here we go. Now, these preview pages haven't been lettered yet, but you have Sif standing between Thor and Beta Ray Bill. And it gets to the point where Thor finally has had enough, and he chucks Mjolnir. But when he does, Lady Sif brings the Bifrost in and teleports Mjolnir away. Well, I have a feeling that that is not going to sit well with the new king. And is nobody seeming to remember that we're trying to save the universe here, you bunch of freaking morons? At this point, I'm just kind of hoping Lady Sif and Beta Ray Bill are paying attention to Thor, and Galactus just blasting both to Valhalla while they're not looking. Anyways, guys, I guess we're going to have to wait till Thor number 4 until we get to see how this turns out. But, oh man, I've got a bad feeling about this. But I'll probably pick it up. I'll review it, let you know if it's turning south or not. Donny Cates hadn't let me down yet, but, you know, there's always a first time. Anyways, guys, that's all I got for this one. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications, leave a like and a comment down below. Are we heading in the wrong direction with Thor? Of course, I'm going to wait and see. I'm going to take that approach. But what are your initial thoughts when you suddenly have Lady Sif doing this to the King of Asgard for one, and why is she sticking her nose in this fight? Hashtag Thor was right. Hashtag Thor did nothing wrong. Hashtag that's all I got. You guys have a good one. Real Comic Stacks out.